My name is Hikari and I live in New Jersey.
My name is Abby and I live in San Jose, California, in Santa Clara County, where coronavirus very pertinent. Send help.
All right. Hello, my name is Gene and I'm from South San Francisco, just 3 miles south of Daly City.
I live right next to San Jose State, so it's not busy anymore. But to be honest, the whole 6 feet distance thing, I have to move sometimes because some people just don't adhere to it. It seems like some don't care and some do. It just especially in my area because I live in residential. I don't see a big difference except for the fact that people are missing.
People are just panicking. Even when I work around food, people are just stay 6 feet away, and then always have the hand sanitizers on and stuff.
But on first weeks of this lockdown, probably I can say that there's absolutely less people going outside, and crowded places you can just go to are in the grocery stores.
There's no traffic in LA, so that's unheard of. People go on jogs and you see people here and there, but other than that, there's it's a ghost town mostly.
Atlantic City is a tourist place in the summer, but around this time it's usually deserted anyway. But I can tell it's a lot more empty because I don't see people walking around.
But those were just the first few weeks of this pandemic, and after that there's just a gradual people starts to once they got all of their stuff, they just stay at home.
Just trying to fill my time with whatever I can, because if I've had times where I just want to lay there and not do anything, but that doesn't really help you.
Talking with my boyfriend, cleaning the house. I've been doing a lot of that. It's kind of relaxing, actually. It makes me feel better, so I like to clean the house sometimes.
I've been just studying for the LSAT, so that's the law school admission test, because I'm planning to apply for law school soon. So I've been mostly doing that because it takes a lot of time. I do some work, side jobs, stuff like that. But other than that, yeah, it takes a lot of my time.
I always go hiking on Fridays, after classes, and then sometimes I also just go eat out with my friends and stuff. And I've been kind of missing that since everyone's supposed to be away and just restrict going outside except for doing laundry or doing your groceries.
You can still see some people who are walking around with their dogs and just trying to go outside for once in a while.
We're all just helping each other out with what we can, and I think we're kind of a support system for each other. I think just anyone out there kind of is right now. We're all just trying to feel connected and trying to keep each other calm, because it could be really stressful.
For me, well, it's kind of hard because I'm a student. I have to keep up with my teachers. They have lectures online, which is a new transition from being in school and being in a computer.
He seems to be doing fine. He plays a game called PUBG on his phone most of the time. And he plays with my brother, so I hear them talking through the phone. And I think it's funny because I don't talk to my brother very often, and my boyfriend's talking to him almost every night through PUBG.
But, Skyline staff have just a good, probably they just went to a great system, because it was a shock, I guess. It's that no one expected it, how they could actually put the material into computers, and they just really did a great job in just doing that. So that's a big up for Skyline College.
But it's mostly my relatives, especially when you have Filipino relatives. Everyone's just oh, Facebook message, be social distancing, here are some masks, here this, that.
I really enjoy nature, so it's difficult to kind of be confined.
Because I don't want to panic like everyone else around me. So I'm just here and I'm just looking at messages that my relatives send me, and then that's pretty much it.
All my housemates went home, so I'm the only one that lives here right now. Sometimes there was a time when some of my housemates came back and forth to do work here, but then since now everyone is kind of designated to like work from home, I'm the only one here now.
I can say that we're we're together again, because my dad usually works 2 jobs, but I think their office try to decrease their time, so he's like working 2 days and his one job, and the other job he's just like doing morning shifts. So he's more at home before. I mean, right now compared to before.
He's working. He's trying to make some money through Instacart. It's like a grocery delivery service app. So he's starting to do that now. But before, he would pretty much just play PUBG and use Netflix and Instagram.
You could become lost really easily in that, but I think that if you just like keep calm, it'll work out, you know?
I don't know. Right now, it's just an annoying time for everyone.
I miss social interaction. Like, I miss my friends. I see all my friends like on FaceTime all the time, but I'm like I have not seen a human being in the past like month, like physically, and I kind of forgot how humans feel like besides me. It's kind of sad.
But it's kind of good to like see them to see everyone in the house while you're just kind of doing your own stuff as well. So that's the impact of it, I guess.
I think what makes me miss ballet is like when you do it every day, you don't realize like how much a part of your lifestyle it is.
I think we're like all kind of pushed to like see what's going on with coronavirus, because like we all want to see like, oh, is it getting better, is it worse? Most of the time it's getting worse, but it's always just good to like have that in mind to know what's going on.
The first time I was like all on my social media, because that's some of low-key my side job is like content creating for like other people, so like I have to be on social media all the time to kind of like be up to date. But to be honest, I've like I have like turned off my notifications. Like, I don't want to see it. I actually started turning off my phone because like the news is like so sad. Like, I don't want to wake up and be like, see how many people died today. Like, I get it's bad. So it's just like really sad to kind of see that. Like, it's not good for the mental health. So I just like turned it off and I try not to be on my phone as much.
Yeah, there's like different kind of approaches when you like switch channels. You're like trying to absorb every information you can get from like different people, so you can have like different viewpoints and what they have to say about this problem.
I miss the routine, but I also miss the music. I didn't realize that until I was watching some old dance videos of myself on my phone, and there was beautiful music playing during the exercises, and I realized how much I missed that. And listening to that music makes me feel like emotional, maybe because it's so beautiful, you know?
I'm going crazy. I started talking to my dolls. They don't respond, which is extremely disappointing because they have no other friends either, so I don't understand. So it's driving me crazy. I have like extreme anxiety, so like if I don't go outside and stuff or interact, my mind starts to deteriorate. So it's like, yeah, I started talking to my dolls. It's so sad. But I don't know, Miss Rona's so, yeah.
I think for me, it's not really the best thing to. I think it's not. It's actually the good choice to just like listen, and there's no like time to complain, I guess, because before they actually announce announce to the viewers what the media wants to actually hear. It takes a lot of process, and and it's just a lot of discussions as well. So that's on their end, and for the viewers end, it's just the matter of keeping your composure as well. um, Try to understand how they actually get to that decision making. And it's just there's a lot of things to consider too, but everyone's just really trying to protect each other. So I guess you just have to really just follow directions, and just the instructions are, they are well thought, and no matter how you look at it.
Although my boyfriend comes to me pretty often about like new statistics about COVID-19 in the United States and in other places, and my boyfriend's from Brazil, and we've been talking a little bit about how the virus is over there, and that people aren't really taking it seriously, and that their president is actually wanting people to go back to their lives, mostly because they don't want the economy to go down, since they already have their economy is already not that great, and so he doesn't want it to get worse.
I currently am an academic counselor. I've just been furloughed, so basically meaning that I'm out of the job until further notice, so I don't get any pay, stuff like that. But I'm still technically under contract, so that was like a lot, especially because I do work in education and I do work with students. It's just hard. I really care about my students. So as soon as I found out that I was furloughed because the company couldn't really stay afloat because of what's happening with COVID, my first instinct was like, damn, that's sad, because a lot of my students really depend on me, especially the ones that are gonna apply to college next year. We start prepping them for app season now, so we were like in the middle of like doing all those things, and then now it just like completely stops. So it's hard. But like obviously, like for me financially, I am struggling. I am broke as a joke, and it's sad. I do have like savings, so it's fine, but like I'm not like super scared. But Miss Rona,
I kind of enjoy the fact that he's from a different place, and also that my mom is from another country too, so we can kind of compare things, not just about COVID-19, but about like life and culture and lifestyle and everything, comparing them to the different places. And of course COVID-19 plays a part in that too.
My job began to pay the people that work from I think March 16, since we started the lockdown. We get paid like 10%, not 10% higher than what we're supposed to be paid.
But I think that I just see like a common trend in like the US right now. Everyone's just kind of not taking it seriously, and I think it's spreading a lot more than we've seen in the past. And that's scary for me because I have asthma, so it's like I feel more at risk of like having it, or like whatever. So I guess it just pushes me to like stay home more and kind of like get through this.
a lot of my friends that are like that work in like startups or like little small businesses, or that they have their own business, a lot of my friends who like have their own business have shut down indefinitely. Some of like legit, like some of them, like yes, you could probably pick back up after the COVID, but some of them it's just there's like even 1 month of no service, there's no way to like sustain them. And so like some of them actually, they're not even like, I've talked to some of them and they don't think that they're gonna be able to pick back up right after COVID, maybe in a year or so. But as of right now, they've even started applying for like other jobs. My friends who have like their own personal business, just because it's the damage itself in 1 month is extreme.
Probably just that they're like at the front line right now. They're definitely heroes, and like they're like every superhero like that we see in the movies, because they're really putting their lives at risk for the health and benefit of our communities.
They're taking the biggest sacrifices right now. They're risking themselves, and when they go home to their families, their families are at risk too, but they're taking care of everyone, trying to keep the situation under control. I think everybody everywhere really appreciates them right now. All the time, actually, but especially right now because people are going to the hospital in very large numbers.
I just want to say how thankful we are for them, especially the janitors that their main job is to clean, and that's what we're focused on right now. Because even if everyone's taking precaution, right? It's not going to be the same if nobody's cleaning up after them, and that's their job, the custodians. Like, we look at them generally as like lowly people, but right now they're actually very, very important so that this quarantine could end sooner.
And basically, they're just like what social media says, they're the superheroes, you know. They're the ones who are sacrificing their time and their effort for other people. So thank you for them.
We all knew you was necessary workers, and for some reason, the government don't want to pay you more than minimum wage. They need to get a raise, like right now. And after this, honestly,
Teachers in Skyline, especially, they're very, I don't know, they really consider every part of, you know, as a student, you know, that, I don't know, they take into account every situation that the student might be in, because not every student has a home, not every student has Wi-Fi, has internet, has a computer to work on in their classes. And it's really nice how they said that, oh, because of this lockdown, if you don't think that you can perform in your classes very well, then you could withdraw it, and then you could just take it the next semester or something.
Well, my mom is in the Philippines, so I try to call her every time. So just try to check up and how she's doing. That's like that's like one thing that can help me through this, because if I know that she's okay, then I'm gonna be okay, right?
And yeah, like I actually know one of my friends works for a grocery store, and one of her coworkers actually got tested, and they were positive for it. And you know, she's still going to work. Obviously, she's scared, but like it's like her job, and it's not like she could just leave that.
I'm also thankful that I'm still having my education, and I'm also thankful that there's other people who are trying to bring out their best in giving students some education, even though it's kind of hard.
For my health, because honestly, if I caught that, I would die. Oh my God, I have a really weak immune system, very weak, but I'm very thankful for my health. Like, it sounds like very simple, but it's really, you know, it's something really important.
Oh, the beach, the ocean. I'm really grateful for that. I live right next to the beach. Where I work and live is called the Atlantic City Boardwalk. And so the beach is just right there. It's less than 5 minutes to get right to the water.
I kind of miss like the stress, actually. I don't like being too relaxed, because being too relaxed just leads me to like think, oh, there's something worse happening later.
But I'm also thankful for my mental health, because I'm not going crazy. That's the number one thing that I'm really worried about, because I'm stuck in one place and stuff. But honestly, just very fortunate to like, I don't know, like still like have opportunities, because I know not everyone is like as fortunate, right? Like, I still have a roof over my head, and I still most likely I'm gonna get my job back after this, hopefully, and like, you know, all that stuff, and I could still like have food to eat, and like, you know, so I'm just very fortunate for that.
It's something that I try to tell myself too, is that while it may feel like a very long time, it's just temporary. And when I tell myself that, I'm not really sure if it's true or not. But just like keep going, know that it'll end eventually. That's what I have to tell myself too.